Hello YouTube, it is Damien. It is the BVB rebuild. It is episode 11. Today we have a double header of finals. We have two of the Red Bull teams. First we have in the DFB Pokal final, we have Leipzig before we go and take on Salzburg in the Europa League final. It's been a wonderful season here at Dortmund. We have won everything in our path, basically, and these two games could be the cap on top of a really good season. It'd be the crescendo. It would be a perfect way to end what's been a near-perfect season, domestically at least, we can say. Look, we were never in the Champions League, so we can say that, can't we? Can we go to the league table? Thank you very much. As you can see, we only lost the one game, which was to Hoffenheim. If it wasn't for that undefeated season, we have flown away with the league, 93 points, and have been absolutely fantastic. We have broken Bayern's absolute run of just titles since Jurgen Klopp was in charge of Dortmund themselves, and we have looked the imaginable, the amazing goods. The imaginable goods? No, you've seen it. We've been really good. We have not really too much to talk about. As well, we have got a couple games maybe to go through since Villarreal. We played Frankfurt 1-4-0, and we played Armenian Bielefeld. We won 2-0, as you can see. Frankfurt here 4-0. Mokoku, Royce, Munier, and Witzel. We look pretty good, pretty amazing. Very happy with that. And you know what? Sometimes you just got to clap and say, yeah, it is pretty good when you have this good of a team. The boys have been developing and looking really good, especially Mokoku. I don't think he's going to start this final here, but he isn't as good as he was on my Liverpool game, but on my Liverpool game he was a year older and he was fantastic. So he's getting there. He's always pretty good as well. Gabriel Barbosa is back and fit and will be playing up front in this game here, but there is a man called Marco Reus, and he will make the bench. And I'll tell you what, Marco Reus will play here today when I do sort out my team, and we get to it eventually as well. But yeah, look, obviously we've got Leipzig here. They've had a pretty decent season. They're currently sitting sixth. For Leipzig, it's probably a little bit of a failure, but they were at one stage, outside the seven with a handful of games to go, and then they flew back in, and, they had this sort of season that we had last year, where when I took over with Dortmund, we didn't lose a game, or we may have lost one game, by memory, and yeah, we flew into the top seven. Anyhow, we then got Salzburg here as well. I think they had a pretty good time in the Austria Premier. They qualified for EC2, and I believe they're about to win the championship group, but as they're clear by 4 points, but Vienna does have a game in hand. They're a pretty good team, but we'll focus on them in a second. Last thing I am going to say, this episode is coming out a little later than normal. Obviously, have a new job, which is fantastic. It's made things super busy. I worked a Monday. I normally don't. It's usually a Monday off, which means I wake up, have a coffee, film the Dortmund stuff, edit it, and upload. It is currently, for reference, 7:45 p.m. Me and Paul aren't doing the podcast tonight because Paul is pretty dead from the gym, so we're going to do it tomorrow. Links down below. When this episode goes live, there will be a podcast for the PD Sports podcast, another Euro recap for week 2 of the Euros. Let me know your questions down below. 100% get in the Discord. It is down below, and you can ask your questions in the Discord tab. That is for the PD Sports podcast. I highly recommend. It's a great place to be. And I think that's enough of the plugging. We've got 2 finals. Let's just get straight into them. And I'm going to tell you what right now. Marco Reus is playing this game here. Yes, Jaden, he will play. That is for you, buddy. And there we go. He's my mate's favourite player is Reus. Let's sim to it, of course. And then we do have a 4-day break before we play Salzburg. We're favourites for both these games. I think the Leipzig game on paper is a lot harder than the Salzburg game. But Salzburg have made the final and deserve to be there as well. I'm not going to stay live for both. I'd rather just cut up when we get to the games. I think that's how we're going to go about it. But we do look pretty good here. I would love to do the Pokal and the Europa League right now, which means it only leaves me in the Champions League to win, and the save would be complete. And especially with me playing a heap of SFB, that save's kicking off. If you haven't seen, but there was a final for SFB. It wasn't the Champions League final, there was a final, and it wasn't the League Cup. It wasn't the league, the cup. It wasn't the Sydbank Poklian Cup in Denmark. It wasn't that final. It was a final of a pretty good proportion. We actually played 2 finals. Kind of, if you're cluey enough in football, I played 2 finals in the last 2 episodes. Kind of guess what those finals were. And yeah, as you can see, the under-19s do really well. I have been scouting a heap, and I think that's for my night. I'm not going to go live with SFB as well. I will be doing my transfer window. Phil Foden, 97 million. I would take him and run. Yeah, stay there because he might get transfer listed. Anyway, Royce passed fit for 75 minutes is pretty good. I think what we are going to do is just have a quick little look how we went about getting here into the DFB Pockle. As you can see, we played a team I don't even know, won 8-0. VFL, we beat 3-0. Gladbach, we beat 3-1. We beat Ulsberg 4-1 and Freiburg 4-0. So at least the amount of goals we scored in a game in the cup competition is 3. I expect it to be a little bit different. We go to Leipzig though, however, and you look at their schedule and you go and filter that by obviously the DFB Pokal. They have beaten a team called Siegen. They beat Ulsberg. They beat Dusseldorf. They then got some CSP side. That's a pretty easy draw. Before beating Bayern in extra time in the semi-final to make the final. I wasn't expecting Bayern in the final. Kanate with an own goal, which is unfortunate for the lad. To be fair, Leipzig really deserved that game. Bayern were lucky to even take the extra time. So, yeah, there you go. Shows the quality that is. All right, so let's get into it. I think for the finals, by the way, I am going to play on 3D. We usually play the save in 2D. I've really enjoyed the camera angle that we got with the Rise of Nation save of SFB. So I'm going to play the finals in 3D. It makes it a bit easier to commentate, and away we go. We have gone with, I'm going to go with my full strength side, because why wouldn't you? And I think these two are going to be the other way around as well. Bellingham's going to come out here for Emre Can, and these two around the other way. And Reina out for the man, the myth, the legend. Marco Reus going to play and start in the DFB Pokal final. Nearly said Europa League final, but there we go. Your team is Katko in goals, Menino, Stones, Hummels, Rafael Guerrero, Royce, the Magic Man, Emre Can, and Ceballos through the middle with Sancho on the right-hand side. Haaland and Gabriel Barbosa up top. It is time. Can we go and win the first of the two finals, a DFB Pokal final? It's Leipzig, it's Dortmund, and hopefully we can go and do what we've been doing all year, which is just go win games of football and continue this fantastic season into the last 2 games of the season, the most important two. Tell the boys to have faith and just get them out there. Playing 4-4-2, just the standard go get goals system. If these guys haven't seen any of the SFB, I am playing a pretty killer 4-3, right? We barely concede. It's ridiculous. We built it and gone on this run in one of the competitions that we made a final for, and yeah, look, I just recommend the SFB save in the minute. I don't recommend going from the start because I get it can be a bit dry or whatever, but I recommend going back to about 15 episodes, 10 episodes ago when it really started going live and back into it, and you'll get some really good content, I do feel. We are going to go press because that's what we do. I'm ready and I'm set, and these Dortmund boys are going to go massive. Hope so, prepared well. I got along with that performance as well, and we are going to get underway here. They have lined up with Daka Asensio. I can never remember his first name, the South African boy. Dominic through the middle as well. It's a pretty good Leipzig side. We are, however, going to pause this, get it on to the vertical scrolling, and we will obviously as well do a little bit of that and a little bit of that, I believe, as well. And you can tell I've been playing off stream because I've done that too. So yeah, hopefully we get this video done and dusted and then get and edit it as well. So there we are. We're on this highlight here. If anything, it's still a little bit high. But there we are. Ceballos finds Sancho. I love this camera angle. It was so easy to commentate and see. Sancho still with the ball. Into Gabriel Barbosa. Holds it up. Can he get a ball? Lays it back to Sancho. Ball in here. Royce. Oh, massive chance for the magical man, which is Marco Royce. I would love to win a Champions League with him still here. It would be great. I just don't know how much he's going to really play a part next season. But we'll try and give him a role. I'm not going to sell Royce and Hummels. I'm going to try and win the Champions League next year with both of them here. Anyway, the ball goes long. Asensio takes a touch, and he can break down lines, and he runs. And the ball, good ball into Daka, who's quick. Steps on it now. Dominic on the ball. Back into Lamer. Lamer now with a chance to go and run. Angelino, a very good fullback, is Angelino. And there's a ball into Daka. He looked offside. Kaka scores, but the flag is firmly up from the lines with a stiff right arm. It's high in the air. He's pointed down the line. And I think this is going to be ruled out for offside. VAR just double checking. It is offside. He looked miles offside. 15 minutes played. Still 0-0. No one relax. No, everybody relax. Everyone stay calm. No goal, boys. And we are 0-0. 16 minutes played. And there we go. All right. So they yet to have a shot. They did just fire one into the back of the net and was disallowed. But you know what I mean. A legitimate shot. A legal shot. Gabriel Menino. Ceballos. Ball. Looking for... Oh my. That's not going to count because I think Gabriel Barbosa was off. The touch from Haaland just made me lose a bit of breath. He is very good. He's very good. I wish I could have him and morph him into my Rise of Nation save because, look, if I had a striker like that, we'd probably win the thing. But anyway, Ceballos, good ball. I think that was actually meant for Royce. Haaland just touches it to Gabriel Barbosa, who's a mile offside, and both of us now have a Goal disallowed for offside. Been the better of the two teams here, not dominating the ball, which we never do in this system, but we are dominating in terms of creating chances and deserve to be ahead. You do feel as we're the only team to have shots here in the first half. Time ticking away here. I think if you're Leipzig, you're pretty happy getting in at 0-0 here as well. Been battered. Royce picking up a little bit of a knock. Half time, it is 0-0. Not the greatest of finals, but at the same stage, in control of the final, just without the scoreline. Got to give Royce 10 minutes here, and then I will get him off because we may use him as a sub in the in the Europa League final. Any Ceballos, Emre Can, Haaland's offside. I may have missed that the fullback on the right-hand side may have kept him on. He looked offside. It's in. It's Haaland. It's 1-0. And we are leading here in the German Cup final. The DFB Pokal. Rafael Guerrero. Haaland doesn't get there. But Ceballos, one touch in Emre Can. First time in the Haaland. He was onside by a mile. The guy on the penalty spot. He just looked off. I didn't expect it to be played first time. It was a mile onside. That far onside, the game even was like, yeah, don't even bother about the VAR check because he's onside by about 50 million feet. Sancho now running at people. Haaland made a run. He's through here. He's away. It's 1-1. It's Haaland. He's around the keeper. It's 2. And it's 2 goals inside 5 minutes after half time in the German Cup final. It's number 46 for Haaland or 56. I don't know. It's an incredible amount of number of goals anyway. And just like that, we've turned the game on its head. Should have been a goal up, you would imagine, by half time. Instead, we're just 2 goals up after half time. And that is all she wrote with how good we've been this year. And that is 2-0. We've been the best team in Germany, and we deserve to win the league and the German Cup and do that sort of domestic double. And we also probably deserve, boys, ladies and gentlemen, the Europa League final too, but it's a different kettle of fish. Dominic now, Asensio, ball in, Hummels, thumps away. It's going to only come back with Jasko, and Gabby's one out. Haaland's on for a hat-trick. Could be a 10-11 minute hat-trick since half-time. He has done it. Haaland has just turned this game on its head. He has legitimately out of this world. It's his 100th goal for Dortmund. He's done it in a final, the Haaland final. It's a 3-0 lead. It's a 3 goals to Haaland. And it's his 61st goal in all competitions this year. I think the game said 56. Might be his 56th like league or, German goal this season, I thought before. But yeah, 61 in all games. And it's another highlight here, 55 minutes played. I'm actually about to get Royce off because if Royce can play the Europa League final, I might do it. Anyway, Daka now, good tackle for Ceballos. Gabriel Firmino punts one into the channel. We're not going to win that, though. It's a poor ball. We'd love to keep a clean sheet, but we generally don't in the 4-4-2. Armini, ball through Daka. Kapker stays there, makes a good save. And with that highlight, Royce, you've done your job. We're 3-0 up. Go and get on the drink, mate. And we will get Reina out there, the wonder kid, who does like playing as a bit of a winger on the support role on the left-hand side. Time ticks away here. They finally had their first shot, as you've just seen, and Konate's falconed someone. That's a bit of a fine, mate. Falcons are $5 fine. I don't know if your club does that, but we do that. Angelino now with a ball inside to Amiri. Sancho wins that though. We've been all over him. We've swarmed all over him. Gabriel Barbosa to get in on the action, and he does. It's 17 for the year. It's had a pretty good year since signing from Flamingo. Gabriel Barbosa. He's wanted to play as an advance forward. He's gone 4-4-2 and he's done that, and he's been pretty good. 17 goals this season, playing second fiddle to Haaland, 61. We're 4-0 up now. 60 odd minutes played, and I think I'm going to make a change for the good of the Europa League final. Haaland on a 9.6, a hat-trick, and we're 4-0 up. Mokoku is coming on, and hopefully it could be the party piece. Mokoku finish would be fantastic. Time ticks away, 70 minutes played. Expect a goal ratio of 2. He scored 4. We've been clinical today, which in certain games we haven't been. Anyway, Menino goes long, finds Gabriel Barbosa, flicks onto himself, and he's quick enough that he could have got there. Jasko on a booking does it well enough, and Orban into, I can never pronounce it, Gluclassi, the former Liverpool youth prospect that we should have kept. Daka, Stones, good tackle, falls back to him. Orban again in the 4-3-3, does well. Klosterman now, man that's broken on FIFA. Rafael in, straight at Katko. They probably deserve 1. The 2 chances we've seen them go, they should have scored probably both. And 75 minutes play, you're going to make one last change. We'll get Jude Bellingham on there to really enjoy the final. And I'm going to actually get Sancho off because he's another one of my key players. Put him on the right-hand side. Highlight here because I'm making changes. Could be us on the break here. Sancho, last chance to do something. Gabriel Barbosa now going inside. Beats one. Will he stand up the second? He does. He goes for goal, but straight at the keeper. And it would have been a great goal. But it is 4-0. Sancho's off. Last change made. And we are cruising to the German Cup final win. Jude Bellingham now into Gabriel Barbosa. His ball looking for Mokoku. We want a goal, Mokoku. Here he goes, Mokoku! It's 5. He's 16th of the year. He is probably the best wonder kid ever on FM that's not a regen, right? That is an actual in-game player. He has been fantastic on everyone's save that I've ever seen. My Liverpool save, which I have not touched since coming back to content creation on YouTube. He's literally about 2 days away from joining me on a free. And when all my saves are said and done, we're finishing off that youth challenge with Liverpool. If you're interested in that stuff, link down below for Twitch. Don't score Daka. Boo! He's offside. Yay! We want a clean sheet. He looks even better than what he does in this game, and that's ridiculous. Like he's got like 18s everywhere. It's mental, and that fact that Dortmund let him go on a free on that save is ridiculous. But yeah, he's scoring goals for me. I thought Daka was on. Daka is on. VAR's made a mistake there. But yeah, 5-0 still. I'll take it, and you get the rub of the green sometimes. Hopefully not too much of the rub of the green, boys, because we need to go and win the Europa League final as well. Gabriel Firmino now with a ball, looking for Moukoko again. He does well to even get there. Konate bodied off. Fortunately, Moukoko's run it back. It doesn't matter. Finds Barbosa. He finishes for 6. Moukoko with a goal and assist off the bench. Gabriel Barbosa on a brace. It's 6-0. What is this final, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? We are absolutely flying. And with 6 minutes plus stoppage time to go, it's 6-0. And if this was a boxing fight, the referee would have stopped this one pretty early because we have absolutely pummeled Leipzig into the ground. 90 minutes played. It's still another highlight. Could it be 7 in the final? Reina now, ball in, back stick, cleared away, but only far as Sabalos. This same team is starting the Europa League final. Jude Bellingham ball. Moukoko, he was onside. No, he wasn't. Ooh, that one looked tight. I thought he was on then. Like I thought when Daka was on. In saying that, I thought Haaland was off. He was onside by about 50 million feet. So, yeah. It's hard to tell. That's the only thing with offside. Because you're going looking from it. No, we don't get to see. Because you're looking from it vertically, it's hard to pick up where the last defender is. Because you're looking from like bird's eye, sorta, but you're behind play a little. Which is great to commentate. Oh my god, he looks so on. Like, Football Manager. Can I like really slow this down? It doesn't matter because we're going to be 6-0 up and win anyway. You know what? It's like half a yard offside. You don't want to show me that is... Yeah, like, he's basically nearly level. Like, you're telling me that doesn't go to VAR? Come on, man. Like, I'm nitpicking. We're not 7-0 up. Who cares, right? But you don't show me the VAR for that goal because... why? Anyway, live, back to the game. Guy 6 away. We win full time. And we win the German Cup final 6-0. Can't complain at all. Even me trying to complain about that goal that was disallowed, rightfully so, and it should have been VAR because it was so borderline. But yeah, 6-0. There we are. Pretty happy with that. And, well, that's the perfect tune-up for Europa League final. We've done 1 of 2, boys. Tick. 1 of 2, which was the German Cup final. The boys lifted up. Royce played a part. You know, he was on the field. Yeah, great. I wish he scored. It would have been perfect. But we will get into the dressing room as the confetti flies down. Congratulations, boys. Now go get a rest. Go on a bender. Come back tomorrow a little bit hungover. We'll go and go to the beach. I guess they have beaches in Germany. Go stand in the water and recover. And then focus up because we're going to go off to play Salzburg in the Europa League final. So pleased that the boys have done it. I am over the moon. And it just sums up a pretty good domestic season. I'm not going to go for any of that in the episode. I'm just going to save. I'm going to say, hey, I will see you guys in a second for the Europa League final. We have Salzburg. It's going to be a massive game, this. And hopefully we do our part and we will go and win both finals, the Europa League final, and be crowned one of the champions of Europe and play in the Super Cup next season. It's been a great domestic year. Now let's go end it with a European trophy. Salzburg, Dortmund, coming up in just a second. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, YouTube. It is now D-Day, the Europa League final. We play Salzburg. Before we get into any of that, Dortmund obviously had the best year in the league, but where is Haaland? 29 games played in the league out of a possible 32. 43 goals scored, 7 assists. The guy is a machine. I've never, ever, ever used a guy this good. Apparently he's declining. He is the best I think I've ever seen on Football Manager. Like, He's got 76 goals in 74 games for Dortmund. That includes like real life and then obviously this season and the season before. But what I will say about it is that as much as I would prefer Fabio Silva of last year with Mess, if you haven't seen that save, he went bonkers and was like scoring goals left and right. I think did 180 million or whatever. I think Haaland's better. I just think because of Fabio Silva's story and what we achieved and, all the things that happened. I like stories of Football Manager more than just going, oh yeah, he's the best because of the play that we had. Like we had a Mbappe at Sunderland, and I say Mbappe is great because he came to me at Sunderland, we won the Champions League. I literally said when I signed Mbappe, this is the win of the Champions League. He was 31, right? But I like the story of that. But the player Mbappe, I was like, we know he's good, but there's stories around. I had people like Mike Godin that I signed for £500 on that save, right? He scored winners and played in the Champions League final and et cetera, scored in the FA Cup final, whatever. I rate players like that better than players that I've used. So, like, if Haaland goes on and, he just scored 3 goals in the German Cup final. If he goes and scores a hat-trick here, then we go in the Champions League and he scores like a 94th minute winner, I'll probably say, you know what, Haaland may be the best striker I've ever used. I feel like Haaland as a striker is probably the best striker I've ever had in a team. Like better than Adrian, better than Trevino at HK for my long-term viewers, better than Fabio Silva, Pietro Pellegrini, and probably better than Lars and Wirtz and young Nielsen could actually grow into something like this, hopefully in the SFB save. But he would probably be the best all-round striker I've used because 31-year-old Mbappe wasn't this good as well. But saying that, for the story of it, he's not quite there yet, but hopefully he will get there in this save. And yeah, he would definitely go down as a player that I would prefer. As we can see here, if we filter by competitions and we go to the Euro Cup, as you can see, we have Salzburg's little run in. They actually lost in Group B one game before winning against Zora Braga again. I never remember how there's a Ferencvaros. They are Hungarian side, are they not? Yep, they are. Zora, they lost to as well. But in Group B, they got 3 in first place on 12 points, but a better result against teams than Braga. They then played Anderlecht 1-0 home and away for beating Spurs at home 4-1 and losing the Spurs 3-1 away from home. Then against Roma, they won 3-0 away from home 0-0. So they look like a side away from home. They're not particularly great, but at home they're good. Considering this is a neutral ground final, we are playing the final in Spain. I'm pretty happy with that, right? I think we should be favourites. For ourselves, if we go to our schedule, if it lets us results, yeah, go to that. And long way to do it, but sure, that and that. Only lost 1 game in the whole group, in the whole scheme of things, so not in the group. In the group, we absolutely pumped people. Copenhagen, we had in the group, and then we got them in the second knockout round, which is interesting. Didn't think that was possible, but it was. I guess because we're not in the first knockout round, and then we got him again. So yeah, we won 6-3 away from home. Kind of said, yeah, that game's over. We hit, I think the post like 3 or 4 times. Had like 15 shots, couldn't score. They had 2 on the break, and they scored. In the end, never was in doubt. They scored the second like the 94th minute. But a game that was pretty annoying to say we didn't win every game in the Europa League. We then beat Sporting 4-2 and 3-1, which was nice. We then drew to Villarreal in a game at home that we didn't really chase, knowing that we're better than them and we should be able to score away from home. And we did just that by winning 3-1 in the second leg and 3-1 on aggregate to make the Europa League final. In terms of the team, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, as long as the game lets me, which it will, we are going to play the same team that just played before. I'm also going to get like young O'Brien out there. Mackies can get out there too, and Akanji for the last time will go there because I'm going to sell him. But your team is the exact same team that played Salzburg's that played Salzburg. They played Leipzig just before. They've got Karim. He's fantastic, bit of a wonder kid. Maybe a sort of guy that I wouldn't mind bringing into Dortmund, but considering that we're probably going to go 1 year just trying to win the Champions League, I think my signings next year aren't going to be 20-year-old wonder kids. They're going to be like guys in their prime. We've got 100 and something million to spend. Go spend it, and away we go. We're going to submit the team here. Same team. Royce starts again. Love it when Royce starts. He's one of my favourite players in Germany and Dortmund and just Marco Reus, FIFA. FIFA things. He's so good. But yeah, they're going to line up like that. Rob Holding's there. Interesting. We'll have a look at that. They got Amadou in there as well. Bernard Traore's there. If we're looking at the bench here, it's not bad. What's his name's not playing at all. He might have been injured, their star player, because I don't see him. But look, we should be favourites for this. We should be going out here and winning this game. Considering we just beat Leipzig 6-0 in a final, No pressure, boys, but I probably expect another 6-0 scoreline. I ain't going to lie. So we'll have a look at the team. They are playing a very deep 4-4-2, which could cause us some issues, actually, that they can streak the lines between... they can streak the space between the lines. Stankovic in goals, pretty well-rounded goalkeeper, nothing crazy to speak about. Rasmus Nielsen, I used a lot at SFB in terms of when I was Danish manager. Rob Holding on loan. No, he's contracted to... Wow, we're going to have a look at this. Rob Holding, how are you here? 11 million from Arsenal, that is a steal. No, I know the game doesn't rate him, but there's some saves he turns into like world class, and yeah, Julian there looks pretty decent too. Lulic, obviously very experienced, but you know, Sancho versus Lulic, we should just be looking down the right hand side, and Sancho should do the job. We got Hoffler, who is pretty experienced. Like, it's a team you don't expect to see in the Europa League final is Salzburg, but good luck to him. Kapak, the 22-year-old, not the worst, not the best. Okafor looks pretty good, the winger. The striker in Michael looks pretty decent, and Bernard Traore is there too. Just having a look at people that I think could be worth mentioning. Mensah, he probably should be starting on the left. Luca, the wonder kid midfielder, he's pretty good too. But look, we should be beating this team, shouldn't we not? And let's go out there and hopefully go and do what we need to do. Salzburg in that deeper 4-4-2, as you can see right there. Hopefully we get a goal first and we should be okay. And look, it should be nice to hopefully go and do the job. The same starting 11 that smacked Leipzig only 5 days ago, and hopefully we can do the job. It is Salzburg in the red. It's us in our famous black and yellow. The black and yellow will out in force here in Spain. Can we go to it? Let's go find out. And away we go. Early highlight here. Gabriel Menino finds Gabriel Barbosa. And Menino inside, the two Brazilians linking up there. Stones now with a ball. Ceballos has been so good this year. Hummels out wide to Sancho's feet. And this is where we need to be running at people because the fullback out there is slow. Sancho, Barbosa, straight at Stankovic. Big chance, was offside anyway. 0-0. Doesn't going to count as a stat, but was a moment anyway. Throw in, Okafor. Ceballos clears. Haaland might win that, doesn't. Falls to us here with Sancho. He's going to go on a run. Haaland wants it through the middle. Was ignored twice. Falls Aguero. His ball through first time to Emre Can. Numbers in the box for the cutback. Haaland's there, and it's a shot and a block by Holding. And still 0-0. Last-ditch defending by the former Arsenal centre-back. And Sancho now with a ball to Emre Can. He, I thought, was going to shoot. Royce now. Ball in. Barbosa cleared away, though, just in the nick of time. Salzburg defending to the last man. First 10 minutes here in the final in Spain, in the Europa League. Look, if we keep playing like this, I think a goal's going to come very soon. Stones now. Katker. Good ball out. Emre Can. Chest. Ceballos now. Looking for the runner Haaland. In the end, he kind of hit him. Haaland wanted it over the top, and Ceballos tried to hit him in his chest, and neither kind of happened. Stankovic now on the ball. First time we've seen Salzburg build up. And Christensen with a ball in the Kapak. And Kapapak with the ball in the Christensen again. And they're going to move it around here. Hoffler. We get across the press. Ball back a line, but Bosa nearly won it. And in the end, they still have it though. Traore, Christensen, they've done well. They've absorbed the press, but they've given it away now. And Haaland's in. He's 1v1. A man that knows how to score. I'm actually in such big shock that he missed by that much of a margin. Snatched at it, really. Unfortunately for me, it's still 0-0. Hummels now. John Stones. Ceballos now. Ball to Barbosa. Touches. Chips the keeper. That's 1-0. And we do lead, finally, in the Europa League final. Gabriel Barbosa makes it one. His 19th of the year. A little dink over the Stankovic, who was rushing out. But a great little ball here from, I think it was, Dani Ceballos with the outside of his right boot. Just put it in his path. And if Haaland doesn't get you, Barbosa will. And it's 1-0 Dortmund. And we lead in the Europa League final. And you would imagine, with the way we've been defending and playing and the way it looks so far 20 minutes in, if there's only one real winner from here on end. 21 minutes played. It is Stankovic. And his ball does find Rob Holding, who goes along with Stankovic. Stone's header only falls as far as Hoffler. And a ball through to Bernard Traore. Katko needs to make a save for me. He doesn't. And against the run of play, it's level, and it's Salzburg, and it's 1-0, and maybe I'm going to be ruining the fact that I said it only looks like one winner here. Salzburg just makes it 1-1 here in the Europa League final. Out of nothing, really. Stone should do a lot better. Great run from Traore, exploits the lack of pace of Hummels, and in the end, Kaku's kind of made a half-hearted attempt to make the 1-1 save. Expect my keeper, even though it's not a situation you expect the keeper to do a job in, to make a save 100%. I expect my keeper after that sort of shot to bail me out. They've had one shot on target. It's 1-1. We've been dominating here the final of the Europa League, but 1-1. And that's our first goal we conceded in like 3 or 4 games. So, yeah, very interesting. Anyway, Christensen, Traore now. Chance to whip one in. Christensen, Hoffler. Come on, boys, get across. Royce doesn't do enough. Bodies enough to force it back a little bit. And now, does he win it? No. 2 tackles missed by Royce. Headed away, falls to Sancho. We're on the break here. 3 against 3 here. Sancho still going. Could be one of the great Europa League goals. Unfortunately, it's still going to be 1-1 as he fires wide. We've been good. We've had 11 shots in the first half, but it's 1-1, and that's all that's going to matter, really, is the stat that says the score is level. All the play, it's 1-1, and we need a little bit of inspiration. Haaland, where are you? Hopefully he can do a job. Amadou, Hoffler. We didn't want an interesting final. I wanted another 6-0. Doesn't happen. It's a poor ball. Ceballos needs a runner here. Gabriel Barbosa, somebody. Sancho now beats the man, drops the shoulder. Can he get a ball in the box? Sancho now cuts it. Menino fires just wide. Another missed chance from Dortmund. All of a sudden, ruining the missed chances. And unlike against Leipzig, where you're just like, yeah, we're in control, whatever. They found a goal. Things get nervy now. Stankovic now short, holding. Stankovic goes long. Can we win that one this time, Stones? Yes. Sancho's feet. Brilliant. Falls to Ceballos. Through to Haaland. Oh, my God. What a tackle from Rob Holding. Between Stankovic and Rob Holding, we can't score. We found one, and that was it. Reece now, who probably is going to come off here very soon because Reynard is going to have to come out here. Sancho now. Ball in the box. Beats everybody apart from Amadou. And still 1-1 here. 55 minutes played. I am ruining the fact I said there's only looks like one winner. Because I tell you what, this feels like an FMing, boys. It does, doesn't it? John Stones now, another highlight. Can we do it, please? Hummels now can go left or right. Goes back to Stones. Emre Can between the lines. Ball through to Haaland. What a ball. Big chance. Stankovic. What a save. Low down to his left-hand side. Stankovic has been inspired in the Europa League final. It's a massive save for the Salzburg shot stopper. And Haaland has been denied again. Stones straight at Stankovic. It's another save for the keeper. A save he should make there, though. And in the end, Stankovic somehow is a man of the match. Rafael Guerrero, ball in back stick. Cleared away, only as far as Bernard Traore. They're on the break. No, Sancho's there, and he gets on it. Can't lose it here, Sancho. Menino has to be 100% ball here. Hummels can't afford to lose it here. They got numbers. Emre Can, good touch. We're in trouble. We're in big trouble. Katker, save me, please. Good tackle. Falls back to Traore. Katker does enough. Wow, massive chance for Bernard Traore. The tackle fell back to him. And then in the end, from 6 yards out, left to right of the keeper, he could have scored. It's kind of hit Katko. He knew nothing about it. And they really should be 2-1 up. We've had so many chances, and have we scored? No. And then one on the break after a poor ball. You could feel that they were going to get the ball then. We just kept going into the press. Like, come out the other side. It's not rocket science. If you look back at the highlight, if we go back 10 seconds. Maybe not too far. We win the ball back here, right? Yeah, the ball comes out to Sancho. Sancho either does one or two things. Like, well, we should do one of one things. Just go, buddy, go. In the end, he goes and then stops. Like, once you're here, mate, he doesn't actually. Never mind. Okay, thought that's how the highlight came apart. No? Okay, fair enough. You knew what I meant, right? I want to see it. It's making me annoyed. Anyway, Sancho. Rafael Guerrero cleared. I'm not liking this at all, man. I want to see that highlight again, that last highlight, because we ran into a block of like 5 of them and tried to play through them. Like, just come out the other side. Sancho going on a run, not much on, and this ball to Haaland's poor. No, you can't. Ball goes through. Gabriel Menino now. His ball. Still going down the line. Gabriel Barbosa now cleared away. Come on, just get on the ball. Boys, you look so like... Oh my God, I thought there was a mistake between the keeper and the centre back. Kaker now. Throw it short. Left-hand side. He goes looking for Royce. That's not a good kick. They are all over us. Emre Can now. Haaland wants. Haaland gets. Big moment here. Fucking Haaland! Let's go. This game's oh so nervy. Haaland chips in from distance. It's a moment of brilliance with his left foot. We should be 3, 4, 5, even 6-1 up here. In the end, it's 2-1, 63 minutes played. And Haaland finally, from just outside the 18-yard box, dinks the keeper. Perfect little dink. It is 2-1. Come off your line, sir. You will be punished. Stankovic, who's been fantastic, has been beaten. Gabriel Barbosa looking legless, and his name is going to be Makoku. He's quick, he's pacey, and he can hit him on the break. And a third would be good night, Jack. As it stands, though, it's 2-1. We know they know how to score. They should have been 2-1 up. We've been a little lucky to not be 2-1 down. But at the same stage, they've been so lucky that we're not 5 or 6 and all the way clear as well. In the end, Rob Holding now have a chance. He goes short, and they've just given us the ball. Haaland score, please. They shot themselves in the foot. They literally just shot themselves in the foot. Haaland now gets 2. I did say if he scored a hat-trick here, you know, he's done his job, and he's now 1 goal away. I don't know what they've done there. It's like the guy's been like skipping the replay on FIFA and just passed it to you. He's literally like passed it to his centre back. Like, not him at M-X and giving me the ball to Haaland. He can't do that. You can't do that. We're 3-1 up, and that's probably going to be the Champions League final. The Europa League final being done and dusted, barring a goal from this highlight here for them. Christensen, Hoffler, Emre Can wins. Haaland wants it for his hat-trick. Ignored. Give it to him now. Does. Haaland, hat-trick. Oh, Stankovic, you had to make the save. Goes quick down the middle of the pitch too. Stankovic wastes no time. It's really smart keeping. Guerrero wins it back, and that will be the highlight. Another highlight. All right, I'm trying to make changes here, boys. So can we stop with the highlights, please? Just for a second. Wrench with a ball to Hoffler. Comes out well. They played okay, Salzburg. Yeah, they've been a little lucky to still be, you know, semi in this game. If they score now, though, wasn't far away. He's going to come off too, the guy that just had the salt, and Oka 4. But yeah, feel like we need a little bit of just calm it down. So Danny Ceballos is going to come off, and Witzel's going to come in here to help see this out. We can't afford to concede one in the next 10 minutes or so, but I don't want to change system as well. Time ticks away here. 80 minutes played. Barring a goal for them right now, we should be home and host. Marco Reus, would be great to see you score, buddy. We're going down this left-hand side. Reus, Rafael Guerrero, Emre Can, Guerrero comes inside. Haaland getting it deep. Chan, Makoko's offside. Don't bother. Knew that was coming. Knew that was coming. Look, at the end of the day, Haaland's got to get an 8.9 and scored a hat-trick in the German Cup final. It's probably the Haaland finals. The Haaland finals for sure. Makoko is offside. Another offside goal for us. We're going to give somebody a standing ovation. It's not going to be Haaland because I want him to get his hat-trick if possible. If he scores right now from this highlight, we'll do it. Anyway, a goal for them makes things very nervy. So let's just defend first, boys, and then think about a Haaland hat-trick. That's a ball in. Kako makes the claim. First time he's conceded in a long while too, the Turkish goalkeeper. He's Turkish, right? Yeah, he played for Turkey in the Euros. Well, everyone hold the boat. We can't pull away from him. Credit to Salzburg. They keep coming back. They keep fighting back. They keep wanting more. Right, full credit. Good run. Hummels has let his man go again. We have not defended well at all. We need to. They've gone 4-3-3. That's very interesting. Why are they not going for it? I'm going to just get Jude Bellingham out there. No, I'm not. I'm going to get Jude Bellingham out there. He's a bit more defensively minded for Royce. Give Royce a starting ovation. Oh, if we concede now, it would be disastrous. Anyway, Sancho, though, gets the ball. Runners inside. Play one of them. Makoku wants it. They all want it. Yeah, let's wait until you get absolutely closed down, have no angle to put the ball in. Makoku's won it back. Haaland wants. Haaland doesn't get. Rob Holding scores an own goal. That's undeserved, really. He's been really good for them. It is the clincher. It is the CLR. We do win the final 4-2. It's been an interesting final. We didn't get a thumping. There you go. We didn't get a thrubbing in the Europa League. That's a great finish from Holding. That's just really weird animation. He's just side-footed that in, by the way. But yeah, look, another chance here, maybe. Look, credit to Salzburg. Yeah, they've been really lucky they haven't conceded maybe 6 or 7 or whatever here. Makoku, they might still concede 6. You never know. There is time for that. But look, up until this moment, up until probably 3-1, we could have been 5 or 6-1 up. We missed so many chances here. The Haaland 1-on-1 for 1-0. We could have been 2-0 up. Been all that sort of stuff. In the end, though, Makoku puts the icing on the cake. He's going to be a great little player. And time ticks away. We're going to win the Europa League final 5-2. First time we conceded a goal in a few games, about 4 games or so. We conceded 2. But in the end, it looks like it was cool, calm, collected by the scoreline. I tell you what, by the tone of my voice and a little bit of nerves and the highlights we saw, no. Considering that Traore missed at 1-1 from inside the 6-yard box and could have put it anywhere, don't know why Kerr's lifting the trophy, but sure, why not? Let him do it. It should be Haaland's trophy. The Haaland finals, boys. Love it. Gotta love to see it. He will go down as one of my best ever strikers I've used. I just don't think there's a story there. He's kind of ready here and whatever. Let me know where you put Haaland on my list if you're a long-term viewer. For me, I hold like Adrian and Fabio Silva and Pietro Pellegrini in like the highest regard together as strikers that I've used on the save. And Trevino falls just below. And I feel like Haaland goes in that Trevino sort of area. Like Trevino came in one season, won me the Champions League. Great. And I think Haaland's been here and just like been next level and could win me a Champions League as well. Hence why I put him in that list. But yeah, the Adrian, like some of the things he did at Sunderland with Mbappe as his partner were ridiculous. And we had him as a wonder kid. Fabio Silva came in on the cheap at Metz and scored 190 goals and putting like 60 in a season or whatever with a side that wasn't particularly great. And obviously, Pietro Pellegrini is the freak on the channel. So yeah, look, all those guys, if you don't know the stories, I highly recommend you come in the Twitch chat down below, the Discord, and we'll give you a rundown of all these people and more. We've been creating content for a really long time, and that's what makes these so enjoyable is that, you might see that the views aren't the most here, but I know that there's 4 or 5 people that watch all the videos religiously, and for those 4 or 5 people, that's what we make it for, right? We're not here to get the big numbers. It's here for your enjoyment, and we really love doing it. And look, we do a famous treble. We do the Bundesliga, the German Cup, and the Europa League. And that boy there has been instrumental to them all. The Haaland finals, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, where he steps himself into the upper echelons of strikers I have used on Football Manager in general. Where does he rank? Probably not right at the top, but if he wins me a Champions League next year by scoring 60 goals again in the season, he probably ranks as one of the best. From Dave and everybody else here, that will be the end of episode 11. A fantastic year. Season 2 ends with a treble. No end of season review, no, not needed in this save. I'll see you next episode where we have the Champions League group stage draw, a Champions League game, and of course the transfers. There's about 100 million to spend. Guaranteed 63 million will at least be there. I'm going to make some sales. I'm definitely going to make some ins. I don't know who we're going to get. I don't know when we're going to get them, but I'll show you how we got them. And from Damo and everybody else here, we're treble winners in our second season, but one trophy awaits. The big old ears of the Champions League. Can we do it? I think we can. I will see you next season for what could be our last season here with Dortmund.